Hello, good evening. I see a couple of people already have arrived. Welcome, and yeah, tonight that was DJ Hoffman in the background. Lovely guy. Makes great music on the Amiga, no less. Tonight's drink is the Reisdorf-Kölsch. This will help us solder. And I hope that the sound quality is good enough. If not, please type it in the chat. I'm following on my iPad and in the YouTube studio. It should be okay, I think. Today's topic is Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. I already made a video about this because when I got this cartridge, this was the PCB that was inside. This is the original PCB, and you probably can't see it very well, but the contacts were all corroded. At first the game didn't work at all. There's still some green residue from some battery leakage. Funny enough, it's not the battery that's on here. That one is fine, that hasn't leaked. But I don't know, something got on there. I cleaned it it worked fine. But it bothered me that that the whole edge connector is like eaten away and stuff like that. So what did I do? I ordered new PCBs, which I'm looking for right now. Not the purple ones that you're seeing there, but some other, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. The ones that are inside here. These are from the German company I Desolder, which is usually a pretty good company, and I use them sometimes for smaller ISA cards for the PC. But they offer only one thickness of PCBs, namely 1.6 millimeters, and that's too thick. It fits barely into the connector of the N64, but I'm worried that I will break the socket for the edge connector. So what did I do? I ordered from JLC PCB. They are my other go-to company. They are cheaper than I Desolder, but they are from China, so I need to wait usually a bit longer, or I need to pay like customs, and shipping is expensive. So if I need to order a lot of PCBs, like 10 or so, because in the forum we do some like project and pool together the couple of people, then I will use JLC. And I needed, give me 1 second, I need some scissors. And here are some scissors. So JLC is my other go-to company, and they are really good. They also do stuff like SMD components, put them directly on your boards if you provide them with the BOM and if they have all the parts. And they even have different colors. Sometimes you need to wait longer for certain colors because they're not popular and you have to pay more. But in this case, purple was an option, and I never had purple PCBs, so I said, what the hey, let's take purple PCBs, and here they are. And of course, I ordered thinner PCBs, namely 1.2 millimeters. And those should be, yeah, those are exactly the same thickness as the original one. That is good. So this is much thinner than the I Desolder PCB. That's one thing I need to tell them, that they should offer different strengths of PCBs. And this here is an open source design by Colin Rogers, as it says here. Pretty simple. It only takes up these 4 ICs. This is a generic cartridge. There were like, I think 4 different board designs that Nintendo used for their games, and this is one of them. This is one where you have the battery backed up SRAM, which stores the save games, and the battery you usually have to replace after 20 years or so. Yeah. So what we'll do now is open up the cartridge and take out the old board, which is also new board, but yeah, you know what I mean. And one special thing about Nintendo cartridges, but also for Sega cartridges, we need a special bit, and I ordered this nice little kit here from Amazon. It was pretty cheap, and I think, yeah, this is the one. It's a slightly weird bit. You can hopefully see what it looks like. This is what the screws look like, and this fits perfectly. And this is a very nice tool set. It was pretty cheap, I think 15 euros for the whole thing, 10 or 15 euros, something like that. And it contains everything. It even has stuff like spudgers. I think it's made for like smartphone repair, so pretty cool. The stream will get noisy because we will use the desoldering gun which is awesome. I used it this week to desolder the RAM on my new Commodore 16, which you will be seeing in my next video most probably, which is a very nice little machine. And I upgraded that to 64 kilobytes of RAM. A game bit, says Fred. Yeah, maybe. Oh, Chris Retro wrote something. Maybe moisture from blowing into the cartridge. I believe the N64 cards even have a warning on the back about not to blow into the... Yeah, maybe it was just stored in a crappy fashion and then it corroded. That could be that it got moisture. I don't think from blowing, or someone had maybe spit a lot into the cartridge, but I doubt it. So yeah. Also pretty nice. The kit here came with a magnetic mat, which is not very useful, but at least you can put your stuff there. And these are some of the original resistors from the card, which I didn't use anymore. So let's open up the thing. It has got RF shielding, very heavy RF shielding. And more screws. We need another Phillips type screwdriver. Something like this, I think. Should do the trick. Yeah, that looks nice. I hope I won't destroy anything, because I did this once and it went okay, but of course if you do this on a regular basis, at some point the chips will fail. Maybe I should have put sockets in there, but I didn't think that I need to ever touch this again. I was wrong. But I think this time I won't ever need to touch it again. The question is, can I desolder the battery? Probably yes. I mean, I have more of those. Things will get loud now. You will hear the fan of the desoldering station. And once I'm using it, it will get quite loud. So apologies for that. I will do it once. Even the whole camera shakes, but yeah, that's to be expected. But hopefully this will be pretty quick. There's not much on here. So I think this is the ROM. Yeah, this is just a custom programmed ROM with all the game code. This is the SRAM. There are also smaller packages which are thinner basically, but this is the one that my cartridge got. So this supports both sizes basically. And this is, I think, perhaps maybe a battery management module or something. Couldn't find a lot of information on this chip. And yeah, this is the famous CIC chip, which is basically the copy protection. If you don't have this chip on the cartridge, in N64 unmodified won't take the cartridge. So this is basically on all the cartridges, no matter what. So let's hope that we get all this stuff off there. I will start with the battery, so we get rid of it. Chris says, I believe I have the same gun. Yeah, that is very probable. This costs something like, I can maybe show you. Let me try to take off the phone. This is what it looks like. It's the ZD915, and it's like this generic desoldering station that you get on eBay for, I think, 80 euros or something. So it's pretty cheap, but it works great, especially if you're usually just using solder braid and stuff. So for the first noisy part and shaking of the camera, we put the soldering gun on here. There's even flux on there still. And this already looks pretty good. Second leg of the battery. No, not quite. Not quite there yet. Otherwise, I will just snip it off and take a new battery. Okay, one leg is out. Come on. Probably. Let's put this away. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use a new battery. Simple enough. But this is the only thing that we can snip off. I put in new resistors last time, and I think I put in a new capacitor as well. But those we can deal with at the end because they are the least important parts. I'm gonna start with the small IC and see if it works. Hello Necroware, welcome to the stream. I just started desoldering and it will be a slightly noisy stream. I apologize for that. But this is actually looking quite nice. Because the solder is very fresh, there's still some flux on there. It's really going off very easily. I think I soon need to clean that stuff out of there. And there's our first IC. That was easy. That was very quick. And this will go in here like this. Beautiful. By the way, the desoldering station has an overvolted fan. I strongly suggest to change it. I mean to fix it. Okay. Good. Do you have some documentation for that that I can look up how to do that? That would be very nice. So next up is the CIC chip. Sorry, here. Let's desolder that. And thinking that I used to do this all manually with a manual solder sucker, that was terrible. This is so much easier. Alright, getting there. There's something left. And you can see the quality of the PCB is actually quite good, although they didn't chamfer the edges. I think JLC did that. You can see that this helps with insertion and it's very nice. Isla usually does this. I think they forgot it. I think I specified that those should be chamfered. Alright. How are our chances that this is already loose? Not quite. Not quite there yet. Something is still sticking. I wonder which legs are still stuck. Hello World of Dana, welcome. Nico said, I made a video about that. The fan is connected to 18 volts if I remember right. That makes it scream like hell and it will go bad probably. If you insert 7812 in between you can get it down to 12 volts. Okay, that's a good idea. I will have a look. Question is this already... Yeah, I think it's loose. It's just stuck in there. Yes, it's loose. So let's try and get this out without destroying it. I guess you can get CIC chips from China, but not tonight. 2 out of 4 we have already desoldered, and the next 2 are a bit bigger. Let's see if we can make it work. The SRAM is next. Not my name. Hallo Landsmann, sicher viele Deutsche here. Yes, I think there are some necrowares from Germany. Chris, I don't know, maybe. World of Dana could be Dana from DOS Reloaded, but I'm not sure. So there are probably a few Germans here, yes. Especially since I'm in the right time zone. So tonight's Halloween. I put out some candy for the kids and some pumpkins. And when I came home earlier, everything was gone. Like everything. Even the Tupperware box that I put everything in. Man, I was annoyed. That's why we can't have nice things. So, 1 row almost done. The second part of the stream will be much more quiet, I promise, because then we can turn off this loud machine and it will be just quiet soldering and it's easier. Are you the first German electronic YouTuber? I don't think so. I think there are a lot of others. Jan Better comes to mind, but I think there are many more. World of Dana, yep, ich bin die Dana, also ja auch eine Deutsche. Yes, I guess so. Well, it's the only Dana that I know. Alle aus D hier? Not quite, I think Fred is from somewhere else. Fred is not from Germany. And Catriona from DOS Reloaded. Hello, welcome. Glad to see you. To the noisy stream. The SRAM is almost done. I wonder how to clean this skunk out of this thing. I think you can remove the glass piece and then, I don't know, replace the filter maybe? I need to check that. Hello, Ice Wallow Candy. No idea who you are, but probably also from DOS Reloaded, so welcome. I love the sound of desoldering guns in the evening, yeah, great. And the smell of flux. This stream is so ASMR-like. Well, wait until I get to the burping because of the beer. I'm not sure if that's ASMR. Just had a discussion about the ZD915 in another Discord. Oh yeah. Okay, and what was the consensus? I think the 915 is great because it's cheap. I can afford it. And it makes life so much easier. Even if I had to buy one every year, brand new, it would be so much better than destroying old hardware. Yeah, I have poking devices. I have this box here with stuff, and there's like needles in there to clean out the tip. So, what do we have here? Is the chip already loose? Not quite. I think this leg down here has still some solder left, but it's almost there. Necro says, it's very easy to clean the gun. You have to pull the hinge on the back and then push back the glass tube. Yeah, I won't do that now because it's all hot. This will be some other stream. Ihr habt dich wegen der LED-Matrix mit dem Raspberry gefunden. Okay, so yeah, it's welcome. It's a viewer who watched one of my Raspberry Pi LED videos. Watching you, I'm deeply relieved that my self-taught technique of wiggling and such seems to be the way to do it. I'm an amateur myself, so this is how I think it works. Not sure if they teach something different in school. I think it should be okay now. Or it isn't. Oh, it is. More or less. Yes. Yes! 3 are done. 1 more to go. And then we get to the more quiet part. Okay, there's like 3 components that I need to take out, but can someone keep track? The one with the orange goes to the bottom and the one with the black goes to the top. Otherwise, I will screw up. Alright, it's the gun is still smoking from the flux residue. That's awesome. Smoking gun. Necro says, if you need to, you can clean the tube even without turning off the station. When I do a lot of desoldering, I sometimes have to clean it twice during the job. Oh, I believe so. I think I will do this, not today, but maybe I will do it tomorrow. Watch another YouTube showing his low-level graphics card on breadboard. Your coding MS-DOS videos were next. I love them. Yeah, you're welcome. I like to do the coding videos, although they take quite a lot of time to do. I already have, I'm now doing the assembly videos, which I think are also interesting, but I already have another idea for a Let's Code MS-DOS video, because today I saw a graphics effect on the C16, which I think is also very easy to do on MS-DOS using the VGA card. Thank you, Necroware, for the thumbs up. Necroware also has an awesome channel with lots of great content. You should definitely subscribe and check him out. And all the German-speaking folks here, please do visit dosreloaded.de and look at our awesome forum. I say our, but it's not mine, but it's a great forum. Almost done. Chip is getting a bit warm, but tough luck. And there we are, almost done. We have cookies and milk too, yeah, just like the dark side. Good. 3 more pieces and then we're done with the desoldering. That's so quick, half an hour. Thank you for the shout out, says Necroware, but I'm really only here as a viewer. Of course you are. Oh, I think these will be difficult. I need to perhaps find replacements. Maybe not. Dang it. Not My Name says, as a child I programmed DOS with Turbo Pascal, but then there was no internet and word spread too slow for me to understand DOS BIOS and words back then. Yes, that's true. That's why, as a teenager, I had an awesome book. And that awesome book is this here. Oh, it's called PC in Turn, volume edition 4. And it contains all that stuff. The earlier versions didn't have a CD-ROM, but contained everything on the BIOS and PC hardware. That was the way to go before the internet. Catriona says, me considers cookies and milk, but then decides to go for orange juice and Campari. That's great. Have a drink, be merry, etc. And I need to give my mouse a little shove so that I can still see the chat. Come on. Almost gone. Here's the electrolytic capacitor. The holes for the resistors are so small on this board. I might have to find some replacements. Are they also rather small on this one. That's a bit of a design issue, I think. Necroware wrote a comment called, then go with the tip into the blob and suck. This was marked as offensive by YouTube, but I will allow this comment. Where do you buy this dip dill picker? Search for my company but couldn't find one. I think I bought this on eBay for like €2, including shipping from China. And it's not a good one, but it helps with prying things from the board. But what I usually use is my €20 cheap solder iron kit from Amazon. And it has like all these little things here, hooks and things and levers. And I use those a lot to get the chips out. And I was using this before I had the desoldering station. So a little bit of wick and this. And it's horrible. Okay, Necroair says I shouldn't add another blob. Yeah, that might be good. I just started playing around with Arduino, so do you have maybe an idea what would be a good project to practice some coding, which actually something cool and useful, which isn't too hard. Actually, with all the things like Arduino, Pi, Pico, etc., what I find interesting is using little sensors or stuff. You can get them on little breakout boards from Adafruit or even clones from eBay, which have either environmental sensors on there or maybe a radio tuner. They have like FM radio tuners this size, and they're very easy. You usually get already libraries that support them. And those are pretty neat, I think. They cost like €2 to €5 per breakout board. And they're pretty neat. You can put them on a breadboard and start coding. And there's also stuff like CO2 monitors or air quality monitors, stuff like that, or temperature gauges, stuff like that. Also the little OLED displays, like this in size, cost like €2. They're also great for starting to code. Catriona says, wish I had known about the fresh solder method when I attacked my first tennis chip. Yeah, it was a carnage, I believe. Yeah, Necoware also has some good ideas. Mouse adapters, always good. So let's turn on the other soldering iron. And, or maybe I can even heat up just like this. Yeah. This is now gone. Just needs to heat up. Yeah, I got it. More heat is the answer. This is the top resistor. Now for the bottom one. Humidity sensors, yeah, something like that. They are great. They're easy enough to code for, and you even get libraries if you don't want to code it yourself from the datasheets. We're done! People, we're done. I can turn off the noisy station. Here's the old board from Eisler, which is high quality, yes, but it's sadly too thick, and they offer only one thickness, and I didn't notice that. I can put those right next to each other. This is the original Nintendo board on the bottom. And above is the Eisler board, high quality, but too thick. 1.6 millimeters versus 1.2. And where are my batteries? Where's my batteries? Dang it. I've got the paper case. But I don't see the batteries. I should get my desk tidy. If anyone sees the batteries, please raise your hand. I don't. But I found the other fat PCBs. They're garbage now. Well, we can work without tonight. We won't be able to save, but that doesn't matter. We can simply start by soldering again. I'm gonna put in the ROM first. I'm not sure why, but I will. And that's no much more relaxing. The iron is already hot, and we do have a lot of solder. Not My Name asks, if you are not an engineer, what is your day job? I'm a software developer. I studied computer science here in Aachen, and yeah, now I'm working for a medium-sized company that produces software for cars, namely speech in and output. Although I have no idea how that works, but I just do the software part with a lot of other people. Okay, let's heat it up. Looking good. There we go. Now it can't fall out anymore. I'm gonna look to the chat every once in a while to see if someone is writing something. But I'm now gonna quickly solder one row of pins. I think I like the purple PCBs. I mean, you don't see them when they're in the cartridge. That looks pretty cool. I'm not even sure why there are different colors. I mean, the Gravis Ultrasound was one of the first to use a red PCB. I'm not even sure what this stuff is made of. So one row is soldered. Let's give the chip a wee bit of time. There's one leg that doesn't look very neat. Let's reflow that. Yeah, that looks better. Oh, it's okay. I think that's okay. Oh, look what I found. I found the batteries. Only for the looks, says Not My Name. It's the anti-solder mask. Yeah, of course it's the anti-solder mask. It's a solder stop, I think they call it. But I'm not sure what it's made of. It has to be pretty heat resistant, obviously. It doesn't burn off very easily. It has to reject tin and lead and whatever is in there. And nowadays it has to be environmentally more or less friendly. Lead free and everything. But what that stuff is actually made of, I have no idea. So the ROM is in there, and the right way around, I would say. Did anyone take notice which way the SRAM is going? I would think this way. I hope. So let's first do the other ICs where I know which way they go. Let's do the small one first. And eventually I will look it up, or one of you will go back in the stream or look on my other video which way it has to go. Because there's no marking for pin number 1, I think. Which languages do you need for that low-level C or assembler for my work. I'm not gonna go into details about my work because I'm not allowed, but let's say it's a couple of the major regular languages. Assembly language I'm not really using, no. That's a bit too low level. But it has to be languages that run on a variety of platforms, and those are huge projects, so it depends on if you're working on embedded stuff or work in the cloud. And then the languages change depending on what you're working on. So basically it's all of the modern high-level languages that get used. Okay. Not My Name says, we had a job done in work that accidentally relies on solder stop mask to separate a metal bar from ground plane on layer 1. It came up 15 years later. They never had a real in the field issue. Okay. That sounds pretty much like a hack, more or less. So the CRC goes in. And we will of course test drive the cartridge as well. And see if it works. I must say JLC produces very high quality PCBs. I'm very happy with their service, and I checked out PCBWay because like all the major YouTubers, they do like advertisements for them. But I must say they are much more expensive usually. And JLC is probably a much smaller company. Maybe, I don't know. No idea. In China you can't tell. Maybe they're huge and just not that well known. I think if you do your first project with them, they even like take only $2 for shipping. They just basically give you the stuff for free to check out what their quality is like. So the CRC is also in. Did anyone look up which way the SRAM goes? I think it has to go like this, but I'm better gonna check in my own video probably. So let's go to my own channel. Let's go here, go to the videos and see. Oh look, handsome guy. Where's the Zelda cartridge? There. Sound is off. Let's watch the advertisement. Now we have an advertisement in a live stream. That's great. Come on, this is even an unskippable ad. Which is good for me, but terrible for the viewer. But the second one is skippable, and we'll skip. And there it is. So yeah, pin 1 is upper right. That makes sense. Let's look at the... Oh no, this is only in the... Okay, I just did this stuff. But the second video actually has the new thing. It's the same as the MX. That's what I was thinking. Let's double check. Here we go. There we are. Yeah, we have it. Pin 1 is still upper right. But I didn't want to destroy the good SRAM chip, so better double check than be sorry. So we're almost done. The sharp chip as the dot on the corner near save on the PCB. Yeah, makes sense. So if anyone needs to rebuild another cartridge, which has the same layout, I have 4 more PCBs. I was already on the lookout for more Ocarina of Time cartridges, which were advertised as broken or something, then I could have probably saved them. But I have those things now and they were cheap enough. Like, I think it was €2 per board or something. So that's fine. I can put them on eBay, or I don't know. If someone here knows someone who needs some, they can have it for like the shipping fee. You can probably even build your own cartridge if you get a CIC chip, or maybe there are even CIC clones, I guess, nowadays. I'm not sure. Oh, let me restart the stream on the iPad, so that I see the chat better. Because the when I look on the iMac, the chat is a bit delayed compared to when I watch it on the iPad. No idea why, but that's just the way it is. Whoops, sorry, I bumped into the camera. Those were all the ICs. The pins all look good, or okay at least. I think that's fine. Now, first resistor. The black one was at the top, no idea which value. I never got around to learn resistor values, because I don't need to. Okay, there we go. One resistor's in. And this is all done in record time. So we can even try out the cartridge. Yeah, looking good still. Yeah, that's fine. And the resistor, negative goes to the right. It's also marked very clearly on the board. Uh-oh. There goes the capacitor. Almost done. Only thing left is the battery. Color codes. Nowadays, too seldom in industrial electronics. Yeah, of course. Everything's SMD. They're pick and place machines, and the SMD have the values printed on them, except if they're too small, then it doesn't matter anyway. So, once more, plus is at the top, so this one goes over there to the plus sign, minus is on the bottom, goes to the bottom here. So that we don't destroy anything. So it doesn't get too hot. I hate exploding batteries. Because let's face it, the battery is a big heatsink. And this looks like it doesn't want to take solder. I put my flux somewhere, but I don't know where. Shouldn't be a problem because this should be good enough here. So, what do you say? I think this is more or less complete. We could put it already in the cartridge. Or we could just plug it in like that. Can I have a vote? I can have a vote. Plug in the cartridge as is. Or put it in the shell. So, let's have a vote. I think you should be able to see the vote now. So this is what the shell looks like. We can put it in there. Or just leave it out because we might have broken something and need to test things and need to unscrew it again. I let you decide. We have one vote, or I don't know. I'm not even sure. But there's... or everyone is just voting the same. Oh, there are 5 votes already. Okay. Let's wait a few more seconds, but it looks already like you just want to have it in the machine like this. I'm not even sure it works like this, or if there's some like in the Atari 2600, well, that's built into the cartridges actually. There are pins in the machine that push some dust cover away in the cartridge. I'm not sure what the N64 does. I genuinely didn't have an N64 until recently. And this is one of my first games that I got for it. As a teenager, I never had an N64. So yeah, I'm not sure what the platform can deliver. I think Mario 3D looked great, and I think Mario Kart is probably great on that machine, but I don't have that because it's pretty expensive. But Ocarina of Time I got for cheap because it was like this loose cartridge which was already a bit rubbish. So that was okay. Okay, I think we can fairly say the people have spoken, everybody wants me to put it in like this. Which means we have to move the camera. So I hope the stream stays stable. And I will carry the smartphone over to the TV where the N64 is. And yeah, let's see if that whole thing that we built there worked. So you will see a bit more of my place. A few things. I need to take the iPad with me. Ignore all the rubbish. And here's the TV. And I will turn off the light because it's slightly glaring. And there is Mario 64 in there. Let me see if I can give you a better look into the television. Like this. Like this is good. And let's see if we can, so here's Mario. And let's see if we can put in the cartridge as you suggested. Oh yeah, I think it fits. It looks a bit crummy. Turn it on. Does anything happen here? Or did we break it? Right now, nothing happens. Which is not good. Let's check if Mario still works. Oh, yeah, Mario works. try once more. Did I plug it in correctly? Maybe we broke it. Maybe we broke it. I would say we put this into the cartridge first. Maybe there's something like shielding or I don't know what that needs to be there for it to work properly. It's simple enough. And then we'll see if it works. So, I'm back here with the shell. We'll quickly put it back together. There's even a little dust cover in there. So there, maybe the metal shielding also has something to do there, but I am not sure. So let me try to show you. There is, that's a bit dark here. There is a dust cover, and I'm not sure. It has to fit in here into this slot. Maybe I can leave this out just for the testing purposes. I think it goes in like this. Well, yeah, this looks good. Yeah, like this. Now we have the whole PCB in here. Looks good. Putting in some screws. Not My Name asks, how many viewers in the live streams do you usually have? Well, usually it's not much in the live streams, just like this, 5 to 20 people. Because I think many of my viewers are from abroad, US, and I'm not in a good time zone for them. And I'm a very small channel. So, put it in the cartridge. I left the screws in the back open because that doesn't matter, I think. But it actually makes a difference. Who would have thought? It seems that the shielding does something. Maybe it connects ground or something? I have no idea. But the cartridge inserts perfectly fine. It's not like with the Isla board. So it works. Awesome. I think it's a success. Let's push start. Select your language. We can probably all do with English. Our name is you can't read anything probably because I'm still waiting for a proper cable. Yeah, not my name says maybe some ground connection. That's what I think as well. Or a release latch that must be pressed. Maybe. That's possible. Fred says, well done, sir. Thank you. I'm done? No? Put something in, I don't care what. Open this file. Let's run the intro to see if it works. Did you play some of the old Zelda games? Asked I Swallow Candy. No, actually not, because I never had an NES or something. I do have the N64 now and access to the Switch, so I probably will play a few Zelda games. Neko says, not only does it work, but we also learned that the cartridges have to be enclosed to work. I'm glad we decided to try it without the case first. Me too. I'm not quite sure why that was the case, but I think something like the ground connection, or maybe there's a release latch, just like Not My Name said. Yeah. I'm waiting for the RetroTink HDMI cable. Right now I'm using the video cable that came with the N64, but it's not a good cable. It produces a washed out picture, much too bright, and I think it's because it's missing some 75 ohms resistors or something like that, I read. Yeah. Oh, Catriona says, well, I voted for putting it in the case because I knew, obviously. I'm not sure if I believe you. I must say the N64 graphics look a little bit dated, but, well, the console is 25 years now, so that's just to be expected. All right. I think it's definitely success. Okay, I can play Zelda now. I think we're done with the cartridge. Is there anything else that we could do? Do we have some questions? Do you want to see something? I was planning on finishing the stream at 10, which means we still have a little bit of time. If there is anything that we can do, and otherwise people can go their way and have a drink and enjoy Sunday evening. That's also fine with me. I'm just happy that it worked so well, because the first time it took me quite a bit longer to do the desoldering, and this is, yeah, getting practice definitely helps. Check if it holds the save. That would be nice, but I think I have to. I wish there was a way to skip the cutscenes, but it's not possible. So I'm gonna press a whole bunch of time, the A button all the time. Can't even speed up the text, I think. Not My Name says, did N64 sell like SNES or better or worse? Only had my hands on SNES at the time. I think the N64 probably sold for a shorter time because the GameCube came afterwards. So my guess would be that it did not sell as many, but I think it was pretty popular still. But I think probably the SNES and the Wii both outsold the N64. I mean, the Wii was hugely popular. Necros where says, thanks to the ZD915 it went like a rocket. Yes, it did. And I think tomorrow or some other day I will clean the gun and also check out Necroware's video about modding the fan so that it doesn't run too fast or with too high voltage, and extend the life of my nice desoldering station. That's for sure. But I think I won't do that today. It's gonna be probably quite a lot of mess getting all the old solder out of there. Okay, so I think we are almost done with the introduction. We can then run out into the valley and do something and try and save the game. And then we will see if the battery works, which probably will, because it's a fresh new battery and the other one also did work. Come on, Link, get up. We wanna be able to run around. I don't even know what the story is all about. I need to get to the Deku tree, whoever that is and wherever that is. Oh, okay. Chris Retro says, I think the save game should already be there and hold your name. Don't need to save in the game. Okay, well, let's run around anyway. Let's go outside. We are in the Kokiri forest. I don't know anything about the lore of Zelda. Okay, here we are. The question is, how do I save? Or how do I quit? Okay, green is saving. Would you like to save? Yes, game saved. Okay, we did save. Gonna unplug the cartridge to be sure that there's nothing holding the save game, and restarting the N64, and then we should see if the save game held. Press start, and surprise surprise, there's our save file. Let's open it and let's see if it's, I mean, that's already looking good. Okay, well, it didn't save that I'm outside, but maybe... I'm not sure what it actually saves. If it saves the whole state of the game, like exactly where I am, or if it's the same if I'm here or inside the tree house. Not sure. Let's try that again. Let's save once more. Can we quit somehow? Probably not. Return. Yes, return to game. I'm wondering if I can load something different. There's the quest status. I can press right. There's the equipment. There is something. There's a map. But that's it. I think I can't load from here. It probably saves only the checkpoint, says Neckware. Okay, yeah. If you see your name on the save file, you are basically fine. Okay, good. That means there are checkpoints or something. So that's good enough for me, I think. I can throw some rocks here, I think. How do I do that? Yeah. Boom. Let's throw some rocks. That's fun. whatever I can do with the rocks, I'm not sure. Oh, found some gems. That's nice. I think this game has at least 20 polygons. Where do I go from here? Ah, there's some other hut with someone in there. The graphics look so blurry. It's crazy. Yeah, I think I will at some point have to invest more time into this. And I think I can even jump, but I think Link automatically jumps. Aha, okay. Yeah, I like the N64. Ah, there's a shop here. Okay, where I can buy stuff. Good enough. Okay, I think that's it for today. Thank you for joining in. I'm very glad that we made this thing work. The desoldering station is a great tool. I will have to clean it very soon because it's already full of gunk. And next video will be about the C16, which I can maybe show you at least where it's currently located. There's the retro corner basically. Make a bit of light. There's my regular C64 over there. That's the C64, but it got swapped out for the C16, which also can use the same floppy drive. And yeah, this got upgraded to 64K, which lets us play a whole bunch of demos and games. And we'll talk about the upgrade and the machine itself, and what kind of games and what you can expect from the machine compared to the C64, which was arguably a better machine or a more capable machine, but the C16 has its own merits and is a very interesting, neat little device actually, which has a peculiar history and got a second lease of life when the Iron Curtain fell and the Middle and East European countries got to have a bunch of new computers, namely old stock from Commodore, like the C16. So yeah, that will be quite interesting, I think. And yeah, thank you for joining again. Have a very nice Sunday and Halloween, and stay safe, stay healthy. And yeah, see you in the next video, I hope. Goodbye.